Good sportsmanship is a conscientious effort by students, parents, staff, and participants to maintain a positive environment during all activities. Our goal is to promote positive school spirit, community involvement, and a sense of pride through mutual respect, encouragement, and intelligent decisions. Our student athletes recognize that judgment calls by coaches, officials, and themselves are made in good faith and should be respected. Spectators can support both of these teams by refraining from derogatory gentlemen, for taking the time to officiate tonight's game.
Hello and welcome to Kiggins Bowl for today's out-of-league matchup featuring the Toutle Lake Ducks of the Central 2B League and the Trappers from the 1A Trico League. These two teams met last season with the Ducks earning a 34-0 victory, which was one of two of their wins that season, and Fort Vancouver finished the season 0-9. We're just moments away from the kickoff here at Kiggins Bowl as the Trappers won the toss and are electing to receive. Kicker for the Ducks is going to be Max Kazimov. As he's placing the ball. As the kick is up. Caught at the 15. And he's going to be tackled down at the 27-yard line. On the return was Javier Bunnell.
And the Trapper offense will start out 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 27. Snaps the ball, keeps it himself. Gonna run forward for a gain of 4. Logan Dewis. Gonna bring 2nd and 6. Trappers last week took a loss to Heritage 59-0 as Toutle Lake came out on top against Ilwaco 36-21. Dewis sets the offense. Bunnell gonna go forward for a gain of 4. Gonna bring it to the 35. It's gonna bring up 3rd and 2. Trappers running a hurry-up offense here. Dewis relaying the play. Dewis back to pass. Throws it over the head of receiver Javier Bunnell, and it'll bring up 4th down. Austin Weber got his fingertips on it for Toutle Lake. As it looks like Bunnell, the punter, as Toutle Lake has no one back. As flags come flying in. As they are, officials will pick up the flag. 13:25 left to go. The first quarter. Trappers went 4 and out. Bunnell with the punt. It's going to bounce around the 44 and is going to roll to about the 38-yard line. As the Ducks offense now comes onto the field. As flags come onto the field. Offsides on the Trappers, as the Ducks will move forward 5 yards without snapping the ball. Quarterback for the Ducks is going to be number 18, Jamison Shielb. He's going to hand it off. Finds the gap. Is going to gain about 4 on the play. Number 31, Austin Weber with the carry. The senior. Second and 1 for Toutle Lake. Shield hands it off. Gonna get the first down and more. Still going. And is finally brought down at the 37-yard line. Number 23, Dominic Rivera. First and 10 for the Ducks. Already in Trapper territory on play number 2 of their drive. Shield hands it off. Gets the first down. He's going to be a yard short of it, so to bring up 2nd and 1. Tackle made by Ricky Bowie. As they will give him the first down, so to bring up 1st and 10.
Picked up 11 yards and a first down. Ball spotted now at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for Toutle Lake.
Toutle Lake on the Trapper 26. As the Trapper front line moves forward. And it'll be offsides, so it'll be another 5-yard penalty. And it'll give Toutle Lake another 5 free yards. Shield does the lateral, gets the first down, and is going to be tackled down at the 9. Austin Weber, first down and more. Ducks will now have a first and goal. Shield under center. He's going to pass it. Has nowhere to throw it. Shield will take it himself and into the end zone. Touchdown, Toutle Lake, as a flag comes flying in after the play. Shield with the 9-yard carry to put Toutle Lake up 6-0. As personal foul against the Trappers after the play, so the touchdown will stand. As the Ducks take an early 6-0 lead over the Trappers. As it looks like they will be going for 2. Shield hands it off to Weber, and into the touchdown he goes. As the Ducks take an 8-0 lead over the Trappers with 9:52 left to play in the first quarter.
Just a reminder, fans, concession stands are open at the north end zone, behind the north end zone there. All proceeds go to benefit the Fort Vancouver Booster Club, so come on down, get yourself something to eat or drink. So as a result of that personal foul penalty against the Trappers, the Ducks will be kicking off from the Trapper 45-yard line. Max Kasimov being set to kick again for the Ducks.
Max Kasimov going to be kicking from the Trapper-owned 45 because of that personal foul call after the play. Kasimov is going to do a chip shot to the Trappers. He's going to take it in and is going to be tackled at the 31. Was returned by Isaiah Mitchell. As the Trappers offense comes out onto the field for the second time. Dewis snaps it, hands it off. As Javion Warren will go forward for about a yard gain.
Warren with the carry, he'll pick up a yard at the 33. Sets up 2nd and 9 for the Trappers.
Dewis snaps it. Hands it off to Warren, and Warren is taken down in the backfield for a loss of 4.
Warren again on the carry is going to be dropped for a loss back to about the 30-yard line. So loss of 3 on the play will set up 3rd and 12 now for Vancouver.
As it'll be 3rd and 12. Dewis launches it, and it's just over the head of Javier Bunnell, and it'll bring up 4th down, as here comes the punt team for the Trappers.
4th down for the Trappers.
As flags fly.
For Vancouver to be flagged for too many men on the field.
As it was too many men on the field. As it'll move the ball back 5 yards. High snap, and the punt is up. And it's going to be caught at about the 49 by number 24, Braden Miller. And here comes Toutle Lake's offense for the 2nd time. After the 9-yard carry from Schleb to put them up 6-0, and then Weber with the 2-point conversion run to put them up 8-0. Schleb gonna launch a ball, and it's gonna be caught by number 7, Jonas Schleb. But they rule him out of bounds. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10. As it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 50-yard line. Shelb hands it off, and he's taken down, and he loses the football as Trappers force the turnover. Number 22, Roman Pays. And the Trapper offense will come onto the field for the 3rd time. With 8:20 to go in the 1st quarter. Ducks with an 8-0 lead. Dewis in the backfield. Hands it off to Pays, who just recovered the fumble, and he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Gain of none. Second and 10 at the Trapper 48. Dewis and Pays in the backfield. Dewis. As flags fly. Delay a game on the Trappers, so it'll bring it up back 5 yards.
Back to the 43-yard line and set up a second down and 15.
Second and 15 from their 43. Dewis and Pies in the backfield. Hands it off to Paez. He's going to take the outside. Flags come in, and he gets it to the original line of scrimmage. But there's a flag at the 42.
So we'll wait and see what the penalties are all about.
As there's 2 flags on the field. Holding on the Trappers.
So that's going to wipe out that positive run there on second down.
As the Trappers started their possession on the 48, and it is now back at the 33. It'll be 2nd and 25 from their own 33. Going to hand it off to Paez, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage by number 16. For the Ducks. It'll bring up 3rd and 25. .652 and counting left in this first quarter. Trappers on their 3rd offensive possession. As the Trappers call a timeout, as head coach William Ephraim does not look pleased.
Started at the 33-yard line.
As we are back, Dewis, as it's deflected off both Javier Bunnell and Ricky Bowie, but they both drop the ball, so to bring up 4th and 25 as the punt team comes back on. .623 to play here at Kiggins Bowl. Bunnell with the punt. And it'll go out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Toutle Lake will take over in the Trapper territory. As the Ducks look to take a 2-possession lead over the Trappers. Hands it off. Still on his feet and goes out of bounds around the 41-yard line. Austin Weber with the 4-yard carry. Correction, 2nd and 7, 3-yard carry for Austin Weber. As hands it off as flags come in. Dominic with Rivera with the 4-yard carry. As there was a face mask penalty against Toutle Lake. So that'll back them up 15 yards. As the ball will be placed at the Toutle Lake 45-yard line. As it'll bring up 2nd and long from their own 45. 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. As he's going to sling it long. Schleb with the completion. As Toutle Lake with the 51-yard completion. As the ball will be placed at the 9-yard line. As it'll set up 1st and goal for the Toutle Lake Ducks. As what a completion. So we can see at the replay. Schleb hands it to Weber. Weber trucks him in and goes in. Touchdown, Austin Weber, as the Ducks will take a 14-0 lead over the Trappers. As they are going for 2 here to put them up 16-0. Hands it off to Weber. And Weber walks in. As the Ducks will take a 16-0 lead over the Trappers with 5:27 left to play here at Kiggins Bowl in the first quarter.
Kasimov set the kick once again for the Ducks.
Max Kasimov kicking for the Ducks. Kick is up. Bunnell collects it at the 15. Bunnell will go to about the 29-yard line before he's taken down by the Ducks special teams. Dewis to Warren. Warren finds the gap, still on his feet, and he'll get the first down as a gain of 11 for Javion Warren. Trappers first and 10 from their own 39, looking to get their offense started. Dewis will keep it himself, but he's tackled down at the loss of 4 from the Ducks defense. As it'll bring up 2nd and 14 from their own 35. Dewis keeps it himself. Is going to, go through the hands of Gabriel Cheyenne as an incomplete pass. As Logan Dewis is now 0 for 3 on the night. And it'll bring up 3rd and 14. Trappers in need of 14 yards as it is whistled dead before the snap. As it is offside against Toutle Lake, so it'll give them 5 free yards, and it'll bring up 3rd and 9, which is a lot more manageable than 3rd and 14. As a false start on the Trappers will push them back 5 yards, and it'll now be back to the original 3rd and 14 before this sequence of events got started. As 3rd and 14 for the Trappers. Looking to keep this offensive possession going with 3:51 left to go here in the first. Dewis stays on his feet, but is finally tackled down at the 20 for a loss of 15.
Back at about the 21-yard line. And that'll set up 4th down now for the Trappers.
And it'll set up 4th and very long. 4th and 28.
All right, 4th down, 28 yards to go. Sets up punting time
Bunnell. Back to punt. Launches it up. As it'll be caught at the 45. He keeps it himself, and he will go up 5 yards. Number 24, Braden Miller. A gain of 11 on that punt return as the Toutle Lake offense comes on with a 16-0 lead. As here is the Toutle Lake offense on their 4th possession. Shelb rolls to his right, launches a pass, and it is caught by Weber. Weber still going and is finally taken down at the 18, but there is a flag on about the 42-yard line. And it will be holding on the Ducks. So that completion is voided. Moves it back to the Trapper 46-yard line. So it will bring up 1st and long. It'll bring up 1st and 20. Shelb to Weber, the completion. Still on his feet to the 27-yard line. Austin Weber, a 17-yard completion. As it will bring up 2nd and 3. As he snaps it, and he hands it off. Still going. Dominic Rivera is going to gain about 7, and will bring it to the 22-yard line. So it'll be 1st down for Toutle Lake with 1:30 left to go here in the 1st quarter. Shelb snaps it. As it is tipped in the air by number 22, Roman Paez. Incompletion, so it'll set up 2nd and 10 from the Trapper 22-yard line. Second and 10, 58 seconds left to play here in the 1st. Shelb will keep it himself as he's still going, and he runs in for the touchdown. 22-yard carry for Jamison Shelb. as the Ducks take a 22-0 lead. What a run by Jamison Shelb. As the Ducks will be going for two here to put them up 24. Austin Weber will go in, and he is in for the two-point conversion as the Ducks take a 24-0 lead over the Trappers. As the Ducks offense continues to roll strong, the Trappers are looking for a spark of life from their offense. 49 seconds to play here in the first quarter. As Bunnell will pick it up at the 20, to the 30, and will fall at about the 32-yard line. Javier Bunnell will take over at the 32-yard line with 44.4 seconds left to play. Dewis to Bunnell as it is dropped. As it'll bring up 2nd and 10 from their own 32. As Gabriel Cheyenne will check into the game for Javion Warren. Dewis fakes the pass, and he's taken down at the 21-yard line, as it will be a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. We'll set up 3rd and 20 from the Trappers. As that is the end of the first quarter, as the Ducks take a 24-0 lead over the Trappers in this out-of-league matchup here at Kiggins Bowl. As we are back, and it'll be 3rd and 20 from their own 20-yard line as the completion as Roman Paez will mark it at the 29-yard line for a gain of 7. As it'll set up 4th and long for the Trappers as their punt team comes on. Bunnell with the punt, and it is high and long. Taken at the 42, and he's still going. And he's still on his feet as he will take it all the way. Number 24, Braden Miller. However, there is a flag on the field. At the 30, there is a marker. As it will be an illegal block in the back on Toutle Lake. And a hold.
And so the touchdown will be negated, and the Ducks will be taking over.
As the Ducks as you can see the illegal block in the back.
First and 10 from their own 40-yard line.
From their own 40, so to bring up 1st and 10 from their own 40 as the Toutle Lake offense tries to continue the domination that they have had. $11:02 left to play here in the first half. As there is movement. False start on Toutle Lake. So to bring up 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10 from their own 35. Shelb looking to pass, rolls to his right, still going, he's going to keep it himself. Jamison Shelb breaks a tackle, still going to the 40 as it'll be a gain of 35.
So big gain there, going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Ducks from the Trapper 40.
Correction, 25-yard gain. As what a run by Jamison Shelb. Shelb hands it off to Dominic Rivera. Rivera still going. Rivera will go all the way in for a touchdown. However, another flag. As the refs are talking once again. As it will be holding on Toutle Lake, so it will negate the touchdown once again. As it will back them up. 10 yards.
All right, so the holding penalty negates the touchdown and sets up a first down and 8 yards.
As it will set up 1st and 8 because it is a spot penalty. First and 8 from their own 38-yard line. Shelb looking to pass, launches a deep one. As it is incomplete, but a flag. The pass was to Braden Miller. But pass interference against the Trappers.
All right, so the penalty going to take the ball down to the Fort Vancouver 23-yard line.
So the ball will now be placed at the 23, so to bring up 1st and 10 from the Trapper 23-yard line with 9:55 left to go here in the first half. Schleb. Gonna pass it, and he's wide open. Braden Miller. Touchdown. As a flag flies. As it will be. So the touchdown will stand, but a taunting, unsportsmanlike conduct call will be called on Braden Miller. As the Ducks take a 30-0 lead here in the second quarter. As the Trappers will enforce the penalty on the kickoff. As flags fly on the 2-point conversion, as it'll be false start. And it will bring up a 2-point conversion attempt from the 8-yard line. As they will still try for 2 here. Shelb will keep it himself as he passes it, and incomplete, but 2 flags fly. I would assume another pass interference call. As it will bring the ball to the 4, as it will be half the distance. So to bring up another 2-point conversion, the 3rd attempt. as it's handed off to Austin Weber, as Weber will go in for the touchdown and the 2-point conversion as the Toutle Lake Ducks take a 32-0 lead over the Trappers. As the Ducks have a 32-0 lead over the Trappers. Max Kazimov set to kick.
All right, Toutle Lake kicking off with the 25 following the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
As they'll pick it up at the 40. As he will be taken down at about the 47-yard line. Isaiah Mitchell.
Just a reminder, fans, the concession stands are open down at the north end of the stadium. Come on down at this time, get yourself something to eat or drink. All proceeds go to benefit the Fort Vancouver High School Booster Club.
As we bring up 1st and 10 from their own 47. .9:42 left to play here in the second quarter. Trappers trying to get their offense rolling. Dewis, nowhere to go, and he is sacked. Miscommunication as he will be taken down at the 38, so a 9-yard loss. We'll bring up 2nd and 19. Trappers struggling to get their offense rolling here. We are 8 points away from a running clock. Bunnell with a gain of about 4. It'll bring up 3rd and 14. Dewis fumbles it. The ball's still on the ground, and it is picked up by Toutle Lake. Number 55, Max Kasimov, as Toutle Lake will take over at the 27-yard line of the Trappers. 8:16 to play here. (32-0) here. 8:16 to play here in the second quarter. Toutle Lake dominating as Shelb will throw it. is up, and it is caught. Number 7, Jonas Shelb over Ricky Bowie as the Ducks take a 38-0 lead. What a pass, brother to brother. If Toutle Lake converts this 2-point conversion, we will have a running clock. Shelb rolls to his right, having trouble, and he will be taken down as the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. And the Ducks with a 38-0 lead. Max Kasimov kicking for the Ducks. As the Ducks control this game 38-0. The kick is up. Javion Warren will catch it. Javion Warren breaks free. Javion Warren to the 42.
That's number 8, Javion Warren on the return. So Trapper offense once again with pretty good field position.
Trappers, decent field position. 43-yard line of their own to start this possession with 8:03 left to go in the first quarter. Dewis to pass, and it's caught by Bunnell. Bunnell still going. Bunnell breaks free. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown! Javier Bunnell. Trappers with their first touchdown of the season. Dewis to Bunnell. 57-yard completion and score as the Trappers will go for 2 as they are in an interesting formation. I don't exactly know what they're doing, and it's batted up, and it's incomplete. An interesting formation for the Trappers. But what a touchdown by the Trappers to get their first points of the season. A 57-yard completion from Dewis to Bunnell. as the Ducks with a 38-6 lead. As we are still waiting for the kickoff. Oh, it looks like they're going to hold the kick. They're going to squib it, and it's blown dead. As number 1, Brandon Martin will fall on it. As it looks like they are re-kicking. It looks like number 22, Roman Paez, is going to be the kicker.
Too early before our officials were ready. So we will re-kick.
That's going to be a squibber as Martin will fall on it. As the Ducks will take over from their own 47-yard line. Ducks with a 32-point lead as they lead 38-6 here in the second quarter. As it's handed off. Number 31, Austin Weber, gain of 5. As the Ducks have now entered Trapper territory. Schleb flicks it to Weber. Weber, open space, passes the first down. 40, jukes him in, still on his feet. Takes it to about the 28-yard line for a gain of 20. As the Ducks continue storming on offense. Schleb, the trick play, takes the outside, still going, and a gain of 12 for Justin Offutt. As the Ducks get another first down. As the Ducks are on the 16-yard line. as Rivera will go to about the 5. A gain of 12, so another first down for the Ducks, and it'll bring up first and goal from the Trapper 5. 5:53 left to play here in the second quarter. As looks like the Trappers have called timeout. As we are back, as the Ducks have the ball on the Trapper 5. Hands it off to Dominic Rivera. Rivera sheds a tackle, and Rivera will fall into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. As the Ducks now lead at 44-6, pending the two-pointer. Toutle Lake flicks it to Weber, as Weber will walk into the end zone, as the Ducks now take a 46-6 lead with 5:45 left to play here in the first half. Ducks all offense in this game. Trappers struggling to find some rhythm. However, last offensive possession they had, Dewis connected to Bunnell for a 57-yard touchdown. So we'll see if the Trapper offense can keep it going here in the second quarter. As the kick by Kasimov bounces at the 40, picked up by Paez. Paez still going, and he loses the football as Hoof comes up with it. As it will be Toutle Lake football as Roman Paez loses it, and Toutle Lake will take the ball back over at about the 37. So the Toutle Lake offense is back on the field. A 46-6 lead for the Toutle Lake Ducks as the Ducks have the ball. Flicks it to Weber. Weber takes the outside. Weber still going. Weber finally taken down after a 10-yard gain. Number 0, Ricky Bowie with the tackle. First and 10 for the Ducks. 5:15 and counting left to play here in the second quarter. As Schleb will roll to his right, keep it himself, still going. Reverses direction. Bowie misses the tackle, still going. As he is finally taken down. So it looks like number 5, Ricky Bowie, with the tackle. Schleb reads the play. Under center. Ducks at the Trapper 5. Schleb hands it off. Rivera, touchdown. As the Ducks now take a 52-6 lead over the Trappers, pending the two-pointer, and we have not reached halftime yet. (52-6). Schleb looking to make it 54. Hands it off to Weber. Weber goes in. Touchdown as the Ducks now lead at 54-6. Kasimov, the kick, as cannot quite see who has it, but he's immediately taken down at the 33-yard line. As the Trapper offense looks to come onto the field with 4:08 left to play. Dewis snaps it. Quick throw is off the hands of Bunnell, and it will be incomplete, and will bring up 2nd and 10.
I'll set up 2nd and 10 now for the Trappers.
Second and 10 for the Trappers. 4:04 left to play. Dewis. Oh, and it's intercepted. And he will go in to score. Number 16, I do not have a name on my roster, but Toutle Lake is 60-6 lead over the Trappers. As Toutle, Trappers will call a timeout with 3:55 left to play here in the first half. Toutle Lake a commanding lead, and they have not looked back. As Toutle Lake looks to extend their lead to 56 before half, pending this 2 points. Hands it off as he will be pushed, and he will be short a yard. Number 44, which I do not have a number either, as the Trappers defense holds them and will keep it a 54-point game. So we are looking at number 67, Cash Sayers on Toutle Lake, as Kasimov's kick is up, and it is recovered by number 7 of the Trappers.
All right, for Vancouver offense will have it 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
As Javion Warren will pick up about 3 yards, which will bring up 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8. As Dewis hands it off, as Paez will gain 1, so it'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Trappers, which 3 minutes 6 seconds to play here.
7 coming up for the Trappers.
Dewis to Warren. Warren takes the outside. Warren taken down by number 22. Jamin Westervelt. And he will pick up 4 yards. And it'll set up 4th and 3. Do the Trappers go for it or do they punt? And it looks like they're going to punt. Bunnell back to punt as Ordeon Talk and Fort Vancouver will take a timeout. As they will decide what to do with 2:02 left to play here.
All proceeds go to benefit the Fort Vancouver High School Booster Club.
As Trappers come out of the timeout looking like they're going to go for it. I mean, they have nothing to lose. As the false start on the Trappers. We'll back them up 5 yards. Now the question is, are they still going to go for it? And the answer is no, as here comes the punt team. Bunnell back to punt. Bunnell, a punt that goes straight in the air. Doesn't really get much distance, but it will bounce. And will bounce to about the 48, 49 yard line.
All right, so following the punt, Toutle Lake will take over.
As Toutle Lake will take over with 2:02 left to go before the end of the first half. A very long first half where Toutle Lake has scored a ton. Eight touchdowns total for Toutle Lake. And this one to the Trappers 1. Let's see if Toutle Lake's got one more in them before half is up. Xander LaCroix. LaCroix breaks free. LaCroix still going and is finally taken down by number 0, Gabriel Cheyenne. And he will take it into Trapper territory for a gain of 11. First down, Ducks. Toutle Lake looking and most likely going to match their win total from last year's season, as they will start this season 2-0 with the dominating performance today. And it is yet to be the end of the first half. 1:14 and counting left to play. Hands it off. and a gain of about 9 for number 44 of the Ducks. 1 minute and counting here as the Ducks looking to hurry things up as the clock is running. .37 seconds left. Schleb. Flip to LaCroix. LaCroix to about the 23-24. Gain of 1 as first and 10 Toutle Lake from their own 24 with 24 seconds left to play in the first half. As it looks like Toutle Lake will let the clock wind down as the score at the end of the first half will be Toutle Lake 60, Trappers 6, as nothing but touchdowns from Toutle Lake. We will see you back here for the second half here at Kiggins Bowl. And we are back at Kiggins Bowl after the 15-minute break as Toutle Lake takes a 60-6 lead entering this third quarter as Trappers are kicking off. Trappers lost number 52, Jose Rangel Limon, to injury. As that kick is a really good kick. Be collected by number 4, LaCroix. LaCroix takes it to the 30. He's still on his feet to his 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown! As Toutle Lake does not take long to score, as it is 66-6. My goodness, 17 seconds came off the game clock. Trappers cannot stop this Toutle Lake offense, or special teams as we can say. So now both their defense, special team, and offense have now all scored in this game alone. Weber looking to take it in, and he is stopped short, and it's not successful as it is 66-6 here.
And we'll wait the kickoff for Toutle Lake.
As it will be Trapper ball when we return. As we are back here, and the kick by number 8, Riley Niehenke, is collected and by Paez, and Paez will slide at the 39-yard line, and that is where the Trapper offense will get things going. Trappers solo 6 points came from a 57-yard completion from Dewis to Bunnell. Dewis still going to be the quarterback for the Trappers. Looks like Javion Warren's going to be behind in the backfield. Dewis hands it off to Warren. Warren to the left side, and Warren will gain about 3 on the play. So to bring up 2nd and 7 here, as we are yet to be a minute into this second half. Second and 7 from the Trappers' own 43-yard line. As he is tackled immediately Number 55, Max Kazimov. A loss of 3 on the play, so to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Trappers. Max Kazimov immediately got to running back Javion Warren. Warren still in the backfield. Dewis snaps it. Dewis, as it is deflected. Number 23, Dominic Rivera with the deflection. Rivera has been everywhere for this Toutle Lake defense and offense. As here comes the punt team for the Trappers. As Toutle Lake will get the ball back. As that punt better than the last. And it will be caught and stiff arms a man is number 24, Braden Miller. Braden Miller, gain of 1 on that punt return, and they will take over at the 42-yard of their own.
First and 10 from their own, marking at the 43-yard line.
As looks like they're marking it at the 43-yard line. As it looks like the quarterback for Toutle Lake is going to be Logan Clark now, the freshman, getting some minutes. As it'll be pitched it to LaCroix. LaCroix cuts back in, flag on the play. LaCroix still going. LaCroix breaks a tackle and is finally taken down. As we have, as looks like number 55, Ordeon Talk was slow to get up after it, but he's up and standing now as the refs are discussing what the flag is. And it will be holding on Toutle Lake, and it will be, it will wipe out the run.
And set up a first down and 20 yards to go for Toutle Lake.
As pitches it to LaCroix. LaCroix immediately met, but he breaks the tackle. LaCroix to the left side. LaCroix still going and is finally taken down at the 40-yard line. LaCroix, the senior.
Gain of 7 yards on that first down play, going to set up 2nd and 13 for the Ducks.
Gain of 5-ish, so it'll be 2nd and 13. As someone's slow to get up. As he is slowly making his way off the field, it was looking like it's number 21, Jess Lorenzana on the Trappers. As He is off the field and working his way to the medical table.
All right, if we get back to play second down, 13 yards.
As it's handed off to LaCroix. LaCroix still going. LaCroix will gain about 1. Correction, gain of 2. So to bring up 3rd and 11 for this Toutle Lake offense. .6:20 to go here. Clark pitches it to LaCroix. LaCroix to the left side. And LaCroix is taken down after a gain of 2 to 3 yards. Make that 3, so to bring up 4th and 8. And we will see what the Ducks elect to do here. As it looks like they are going to punt it. Correction, they are going to go for it here on 4th and 8 at their own 45-yard line. It's pitched to LaCroix. LaCroix to the right side. LaCroix has no blockers. Flag on the play. LaCroix cuts back, and he's finally taken down. Number 66, Johnny Panula Grunberg. But a flag on the play. Looked like a holding on the offense, and it is. And they will decline the penalty, and the Trappers will take over on downs at the Toutle Lake 41-yard line, which is their best starting field position of the night. Let's see if the Trappers can get on the scoreboard. As we are looking at the replay now, we saw the hold on number 66, but he fought off of it, and then he came in to make that tackle. No quit in Johnny Panula Grunberg. As Dewis still in at quarterback with Javion Warren in the backfield. Snapped, Dewis. Quick throw as it is through the hands of number 44, Josiah Ikapo. However, almost an interception for Toutle Lake, but he drops the ball, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Trappers. Dewis giving the play call. Trappers trying to make a start of something on this possession in Toutle Lake territory. Dewis. Back to throw. Quick throw, and it is incomplete. Number 12, Javier Bunnell, cannot get to it. And it'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Trappers. With 3 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter. We are in running clock since it is above a 40-point game. Dewis, as it is almost intercepted by number 24, Braden Miller, but it is incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 10 for the Trappers. as it looks like the Trappers might be going for it here. As Lewis fumbles it, and he loses the football, and number 16 for Toutle Lake falls on it, and with 1:30 left to play here in the the third quarter, Trappers lose possession once again. As he just loses it there, and Toutle Lake's just ready for it. So Toutle Lake will start on the 49-yard line of the Trappers, as we are 1 minute away from this third quarter already being done. So far, just the kick return for the touchdown to start the half for Toutle Lake, and that's all there is for scoring. As Clark under center, gonna hand it off. Correction.
Here goes the number.
It's gonna go to number 45, Cooper Opsall.
He's brought down for about a 2-yard loss.
2-yard loss for Opsall.
Second down and 12 coming up now.
As there's 30 seconds left in this quarter, as it's winding down. Clark running out to give the play call. Let's see if they can get one more snap in before the end of the quarter. As flags come flying in.
Whistles as that play got started.
As that is the end of the third quarter.
And that'll do it for the third quarter of play.
And at the end of the third quarter, Toutle Lake with a 66-6 lead over the Trappers here in this out-of-league contest. As we are back here, as it will be 2nd and 7 for Toutle Lake.
7 yards to go for Toutle Lake. Ball spotted in the Trapper 46-yard line.
Clark will keep it himself. Breaks the tackle, still on his feet. Clark, and finally goes down after a gain of 2, but a flag on the play. Looks like it came in after he was taken down. As it looks like offsetting fouls for both teams. As you can see the escaping from Clark. As as 10:50 to go here left in the game. 2nd and 7 from the Trapper 46. As Opsal will be taken down behind the line of scrimmage by number 74 for the Trappers. Correction, it'll be 79, Byron Sanchez. As gain of about 1 on the play, so to bring up 4th and 10.
Actually, they'll mark it at the 49 just inside Trapper territory. And now set up 4th and 10 yards to go for the Ducks.
As number 67 for Toutle Lake, Cash Sires checks in. Clark on the carry, and he will get shoved out of bounds a yard short, so it'll be a turnover on downs for Toutle Lake.
That will mean the Trapper offense comes back out on the field on the turnover on downs. First and 10 for Vancouver, ball spotted at their own 40-yard line.
$8:15 left to play here. Dewis, back to pass. Dewis escaping. Dewis still on his feet, still going. Dewis finally taken down by number 25, David Reynolds, but not after a gain of 8 for Logan Dewis. Correction, 9-yard gain for Dewis. What a run by Dewis, and what a tackle by Reynolds. As number 52, Bailey Webb, immediately takes him down. 7-yard loss for Dewis, as it'll bring up 3rd and 8. As incomplete, number 22, Roman Paez, falls incomplete. So to bring up 4th and 8 with 6 minutes to play here. As Dewis to Bunnell is complete. Bunnell still going, spins out. Bunnell finally taken down as the 4th down conversion is a success for a gain of about 20.
First and 10 for the Trappers. Ball now spotted at the Toutle Lake 44-yard line.
As that pass is intercepted. As he's still going. LaCroix finally taken down at the 27, but there is a flag at about midfield. It looked to be an illegal block. As looks like we have an injury on the field. Never mind, he got back up. Number 18, Logan Dewis, is slow to get up. As it is an interception still, the flag does not negate it.
All right, so the penalty going to push the ball back to the Toutle Lake.
As Toutle Lake will get the ball at the 33, as it'll be 1st and 10 with under 4 to play here. As Clark fumbles the football, and he'll pick it up and dive forward for a gain of about half a yard. As we are approaching 3 minutes to go here. As looks like a loss of about the half yard that was picked up last play. So to bring up 3rd and 10. There's less than 2 minutes to play here. As it's flipped, and he will lose about 4 on the play. So to bring up 4th and 13.
Where it will be 4th down, 13 yards to go now for the Ducks.
As Toutle Lake will take a timeout with 1:17 left to play here. as we have 1:17 left to play here. As it looks like they are punting it. As there is a whistle. As the punt will be fumbled, muffed, and picked back up. As it falls into Justin Afoot's hand. As Toutle Lake will get the ball back.
Ball will be spotted at the Toutle Lake 43-yard line. So first and 10 for the Ducks from their own 40.
As 40 seconds remaining here in this one. As Clark will take a knee, and that will be it for this game. Trappers fall 66-6 to the Toutle Lake Ducks as the Ducks improve to 2-0 on the season, and the Trappers fall to 0-2. That is all for game one of this doubleheader here at Kiggins Bowl. Up next at 8 o'clock is Heritage versus Hudson's Bay. Both of them conquering wins last week. Who will win that one? We will find out soon. I will see you guys then. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night.